This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Detroit Lions. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions 7, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, ready.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Got it, ready? Ready?
Milton. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They run over center with Benson.
And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. To throw is Milton. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinal first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeter. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This one caught right around the 6. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you settle down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
He'll try again. And this time he's in for a Cardinal touchdown.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
44-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him. And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game, get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to step, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 14, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ready, break. Ready, ready.
On first down, it's Genty. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, set. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Here we go.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 127 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Bravo 80. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Shaw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready, ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
19 Charger, 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Milton. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just set up for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he's worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
69. Here we go. Set. 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
3rd down.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 2. Trap all 80.
They'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Milton now to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Come on. Come on. Hit. 72. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Here's Milton. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Lions 24, Cardinals 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Milton. They'll get this out to Genty. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Back to throw again. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
79 Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Looking now, and that's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Come 19. Come 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
70, hot 70.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now a run here off the arc, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes went a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Ready.
Off the play fake. Milton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24, Cardinals 21.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
60 Bison, 60, let's go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go, 80.
The looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now run by Gibbs. Shrugs him off. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. They were bouncing their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw is Milton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 6, Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 60, Cup 60. Let go.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw, 29 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Milton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60, 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, Milton. He finds his man, complete. It's Robertson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seven Pirates. Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
19 sight, 19.
Back to throw. Milton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robertson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. Operating from the gun, Milton. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Milton. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Joe Milton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Makes the score Lions.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Come 19, 18 Cardinal, 8.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Williams on the sling. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And that was off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cougar, 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he's going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Makes the score Lions.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now he'll tap this and run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come back to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. 228 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
Ready.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Ready up.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Here we go, shot. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.